Happiness does not require external goods. Rather, true happiness is found in relationship with God. In Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics, he argues that happiness does require external goods. Aristotle began by defining his terms, arguing that happiness is best understood as a political aim. To Aristotle, happiness is not only an aim, but it is the ultimate teleological good. He made this a matter of definition. Happiness is political, according to Aristotle, because the good of the state is always greater than the good of the individual. Because Aristotle views happiness teleologically, some tools must be utilized to achieve it. And because he views it as primarily political, and therefore in a broader social context, these tools must be external. Therefore, Aristotle maintains happiness is dependent, to some degree, on external goods. Aristotle's analysis falls short, however, in his overly practical approach and his hyperfixation on the collective. Aristotle inappropriately defined happiness in solely teleological terms. This removes great complexity from the idea of happiness that is necessary in evaluating whether it is dependent on external goods. Aristotle also overemphasized the idea of collective happiness. He is correct in asserting that collective happiness is a greater good than individual happiness. However, it does not necessarily follow that individual happiness is dependent on collective happiness, and therefore cannot persist without the preconditions necessary for collective happiness, i.e., external goods. Individual happiness can be brought about by relationship with God. The author of the biblical book of Ecclesiastes wrestles with the idea of happiness and fulfillment. He begins the book by proclaiming the utter vanity and evanescence of external goods. The idea behind this lament is identical to that of Shakespeare's "Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow" soliloquy from Macbeth. In both cases, the pursuit of external goods is lamented for its ultimate meaninglessness. The author of Ecclesiastes resolves this lament by pointing out that if it is the evanescence of a thing that defines its meaninglessness, then true meaning can be found in obedience to and fear of the Lord. For that which is accomplished by God is eternal.